any reaction to the news that Meek could be coming to the game tonight?
I just learned it walking out here, and no.
To elaborate a little bit on something you said yesterday, I just want to clarify. You made the point that this was a team that graduated, and this is college, and it's grad school or something. Were you talking about that development going forward in future years, or were you talking about it can continue to grow? That you're talking about
I'm talking about now.
Okay.
Like, I said it after the game. And again, we were incredibly fortunate to win that game. And, you know, when I see that they were, 13 for 25 from the line, we had 17, you know, turnovers, those type of outliers. We did have 17 offensive rebounds, which covered it, some of the turnovers. When you look at it, you're not winning basketball games, let alone playoff games on the road, and it's the Miami Heat. Like, there's some incredible things that have to go your way to walk out of that building with a win. But the good news is when I see this team, I feel like there's no team that has more chance for upside than we do because of the youth, because we haven't had Joel for a month or 3 weeks or whatever it is. And so the notion of, you know, whatever I said about the schools and all that, what I stand by is I get really excited because I think the longer we can survive, the longer we can stay in this. I see an upside here that we can go to a high level of play, and I get really excited about that.
It feels like the city is pretty amped up for this one tonight. Do you talk to the team about the emotional tone you want them to approach tonight's game with? I mean, how would you like them to handle it?
I have been very lucky to be involved in a lot of closeout games. And although they were a while ago, you know, you remember them well. And rarely, kind of, if ever, is it about, oh, we got to do a better job on Dwayne and the pick and roll, or we really have to, you know, play off Joel better than we did the last. It's never that to me. It's always about the notion of playing slower. You can't expect to win quick. You know, you have to expect that it's going to be a physical game. You can't beg for calls. You can't overreact. You have to play the game. And there is a discipline, a maturity that we need to have that might contradict some of their resumes, but we need that. That's what you need in a closeout game. And that overarching notion is what interests me more than the, you know, minutia of little details with offense or defense. And that's the message. You know, that's the message. And I have to help them. You know, they got to look at me like I have answers, and then I have to help get them through what is going to be some tough moments in the game. And those are my closeout type of memories that I hope to share with our team.
Do you ever talk to him, or have you spoken to him about the closeout game? I guess you had with Miami when you were with the Spurs.
We've talked about a lot of things, you know, and yes, and you know, yes. You've talked about a lot of things that, you know, kind of will remain private, but you know, you can go all over the place, Keith, with what I feel like has been, I hope, a thorough job. I hope we're as prepared as we can be. I love my coaching staff. We collaborate well. We've shared a lot with these guys. And to Jack's question a moment ago, like I think we're ticking boxes. I feel like we're covering the peripheral things, the, you know, on-court things, and trying to put them in a place that they can come deal with this environment and what inevitably is going to be an extremely physical Miami Heat team, and find a way to get this done.
What have you learned about this team in this series to get up to this point?
There really is a toughness. Toughness and spirit, resilience, choose whatever you want. Like, they compete, and they compete for each other. There is a belief that I think has been hardened over the past 6 weeks. And in some ways, it should have been. Like, they can look back and see the results of winning a lot of games, and some in a row. And, you know, that is a priceless feeling for any of us. And that young team has it, and I promote it, and I hope that we deal with it, you know, responsibly and not arrogantly. You know, we're here just to do our job, and that is the truth. And I think that growth and what you asked, Jess, is that I see that in our team.
Right. If you do have the opportunity to close out tonight and are able to do it, you could have some time off before the next series. It looks that way anyway. What will that mean for Joel in terms of reacclimating him to the team? It seemed, you know, he's only been back 2 games, and that's a work in progress.
And you know what, Bob, it's a fair question, but I would feel so guilty and arrogant to even think about that. What's going to happen if we win, and what are we going to do with Joel? Like, my head is so far away from that. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I'll give you a really good answer, I promise, the truth.
Let me ask it a different way.
If it has anything to do with about what are we going to do, okay, try again.
Win or lose tonight,
Yeah.
regardless of what happens tonight,
Okay.
you wouldn't want to presume a win, obviously. But win or lose, where is Joel's reacclimation to the team right now?
Now you've balanced me back. Here I am. I thank you. He look at what he did the last game. You know, if we all count the times he was on the floor, you know, his balance, him playing in a crowd, he had 8 turnovers. Like, there was Joel Embiid on defense, Bill Russell. There was Joel Embiid on offense, hasn't played in 3 weeks. You know, not used to the physicality, playing in a crowd, and trying his heart out to do the right thing, but he doesn't have what he had, and he shouldn't. Imagine being out of the game for 3 and whatever weeks, and then somebody puts a mask on you, and then, by the way, the mask has like a protective lens, so you're not seeing through a clear path, and it's your first playoff games, and now it's going to be his first one here at home. And so, like, to the young man's credit, he blows me away what he actually can do and what he means to us defensively. And so just buying time. We're just trying to buy time to move him forward. And then it makes more sense, or hope gives my comment more credibility, where I believe we can improve. I see an upside in this young team, kind of spearheaded by him and his personal development, where he's just playing basketball again in an incredibly positive way.
Fred, is there anyone on the Heat that has opened your eyes during this series with something they've been able to do that maybe you weren't expecting coming into the series that's impressed you?
I mean, I'm always blown away by Dwayne Wade. I'm always, you know, the timeless. I look at Manu the other night, you know, like ridiculous stuff, and you look at, you know, what Dwayne is doing here, and you think that, you know, when are they done? When are they done? And they just seem never to go away. And there's a pace and poise that he plays with. There's a presence. He's class, and he just you know is somebody that I incredibly respect. And the other players, they play so hard. I mean, to create the volume of turnovers, and we study. You know, is it mental? Was it physical? Was it execution? Just sloppy? You know, you break down your turnovers, and lots of them I give you know, Coach Spo and the way he's got his team playing, I give him a lot of credit. But individually, on first glance, Dwayne stands out to me. Thank you.